Thanks for joining us again on Connection here on TKO8 Television. Dennis King, Tabitha Odegaard. It's always a pleasure each week to be on the show with you. Hopefully we're bringing you some information about what's going on around the broadcast area, and I know we learn a lot from these individuals and groups that come in. Sometimes we didn't even know what was going on, so it's perfect for both sides.
You mean a lot of the times I don't know what's going on?
A lot of times, yeah, I guess. Well, a few times we do, but not very many times. It's actually good information for both of us, right?
Yep.
How's the fitness club going these days?
The fitness club is doing really, really well.
Teaching a lot of people. It's still crowded, isn't it?
Oh, yes.
Did it slow down during the summer?
No.
Just kept going.
Last night was really, really busy. I don't understand how they manage, because there's only so many room, there's only so much space, and there's a lot of people that like it. So.
And your classes are keeping pretty well?
Yeah, they're staying busy. They're doing
and I'm
really
sure
well.
as you go into fall, there'll be even more people because now the vacation's over and school started.
I think so. Sure, yeah.
Usually that fall and winter is usually much busier in a gym environment. Although I go down to the fitness club where you are, and it seems like it's busy every day. It's always busy. So maybe everybody's getting into the fitness.
So does that mean it's going to be even more busier during the winter times?
Yeah, it could be.
I don't know if we can hold them all.
Have to park across the street over there to get.
I know. I mean, you have a really hard time finding a parking spot, don't you?
It is hard to find a spot.
Yeah, me too.
That's a good thing, I guess, for the center anyway.
It's good. We just need to make it bigger.
They have to make a bigger parking lot. Let's take a quick break. We'll be back in a moment and talk to two ladies about a big event coming up in the Harrison area on Connection.
Start spinning, twisting, and pumping into a healthy lifestyle 24 hours a day at the Fitness Club. With all of the best equipment and personal trainers, you're ensured a workout that's fun, effective, and motivating. At the Fitness Club, you can enhance your glow, relax your mind, and refresh your body all in one convenient location. So what are you waiting for? Start spinning, twisting, and pumping your way into a new you today. Enhance your lifestyle and reach your goals at the Fitness Club, Highway 6265 North in Harrison.
When I went to Dental Creations on the square, I had been to 2 or 3 different places, and I could tell right away that was the place I wanted to be. Being a performer in Branson, I was desperately needing something done to my teeth, but I didn't have no room for finances, and she showed me this package plan, and now I'm making monthly payments on my new dentures, and very affordable. If anyone is looking for dentures, I recommend Dental Creations down on the square, because that's the place to go.
Back on Connection here on TKO8 Television, and our first two guests in the studio today, Holly Gillis, who Holly's been in the studio many times with us. First time for Debbie Turney, and
glad to be here.
She's going to crown somebody today. Looks like. Oh, we're not going to crown. We're going to crown Holly. when we were hooking up, Holly goes, "Well, you can set that crown on my head, and we can make up a deal and say." And the winner is.
Let's try it on. I can do the wave and everything.
How cute.
Well, it's good to have you both in the studio.
Thank you so much for coming on.
And actually, Debbie, since the first time you've been here, and Debbie's kind of spearheading this event, and it's called Queens for the Cure. So
that's correct.
Let's let you kind of talk a little bit
Queens
about
for the Cure is the 3rd annual year for it, and it's my first year to direct it. And I'm really excited to work with Holly and all that she does in the community. And together, I think we can bring more awareness to the breast care organization and to what they do there at the Community Health Resource Services, which is a lot more than the 5K run. I'm learning so much, and learning that she's layered like an onion. She has lots of
Holly's
things
always
going on.
doing. She's on the go constant.
Yes.
I see her all the time.
She's a great mentor.
Like a flower. I thought you're onion.
Okay. You tell her that. I was like, yes.
Everybody knew what you were saying.
I understand.
Well,
I get it now.
we're talking about 5K. That means you get
Well,
on
you're
Twitter and
right.
stuff.
You're right. I can do that.
Yes, but I think, not everybody likes to run, and this will give other people an opportunity to step up and be a part of what is available to help with this organization. And I really see a future in it growing. There's a lot of interest out there. There's a lot of people who's been touched by this disease. And when we all come together, and I love what is written in the brochure by our senator, I think, it says the success of creating a healthy community depends on the commitment of those who live there. And that was Faye Boozman, Dr. Faye Boozman. Excuse me.
Right.
Totally wrong
No,
about
that's
being
all
a
right.
senator. But anyway.
Well,
Just
I tell
better.
you, maybe just for a moment, Holly, if you don't mind, people hear about nationally about the Susan G. Komen Foundation.
Mm-hmm.
Some people know about it, and some do not. If you would just take a few minutes and talk a little bit about it, because it's a major
Absolutely.
foundation across the nation.
Absolutely. Susan G. Komen for the Cure is a breast cancer foundation. They do research. They do funding for uninsured and underinsured women. We here locally receive funding from Susan G. Komen for the Cure out of Springdale, our Ozark affiliate. And, you know, over the past, we're in our 7th year with the grant, where we're able to fund mammograms, biopsies, gas cards to help women get to their mammogram.
Wow.
They funded about $600,000 to this particular, to Harrison and the surrounding area over the past 7 years. And through the funding, there have been 21 breast cancers detected over the last 7 years.
Yay.
And those 21 breast cancers very potentially would not have ever been detected. Those are all women, and I believe one man several years ago that just couldn't afford to get a mammogram. They weren't going to do it. Or they just, their priorities were other places because of lack of funding. So it's pretty incredible, the blessing that they are and that they've been. And kind of like Debbie said, a lot of people know Susan G. Komen for the Cure for the 5K races. That is their main source of funding for the whole program. But we're trying to do some things locally here, and the things like the Queens for the Cure, the Tough Enough to Wear Pink Rodeo, the Pink Out football game all next month. Those are all ways that we're able to give back. We give that money directly back to the Susan G. Komen for the Cure Ozark affiliate in Springdale.
Okay.
It doesn't go to Dallas.
So it doesn't go to
doesn't go to
national
New York City.
stage
It goes
to
to
the
our
region.
local affiliate. And because of that, they're able to keep most of that money, and then they fund it back out with their grants. So
Sure.
it just ends up coming back to us, and it's just a very small way for us to say thank you for everything that they've done for us, because we are very blessed in this small rural community to get that kind of funding.
Yes, we are. That is an amazing.
You know, the situation with particularly people that don't have insurance, maybe less educated, and I don't mean educated necessarily, but you know
Less
what I'm saying, maybe
informed.
less informed and not as well known with what's going on nationally over television and so forth. This is a major area for them, because you may, like, I mean, again, you touch that many people that possibly would have it'd been too late.
Absolutely.
And that's, you know, the screenings and things that they have, like at the hospital and Partai, you know, those are again ways of saying to the people, it's free of charge.
Right.
If you can get here, come and get it done. You know, and it can
And it's
save your life.
important.
It's very important.
That's the thing.
Yes.
I think we've been able to get the message across that it can save your life, and it is crucially important, and there is a way to get it done. Because that's what happens, is especially, you know, women tend not to put themselves first. They
Yes.
deal with the kids and the family and say, I'll just wait. And you don't have to wait.
Right.
There's a way.
Fantastic. Okay, Debbie, let's talk a little bit about this event that's coming up. And let's see. Well, I guess, first of all, at first year, ages. Do you have age divisions?
Yes, it starts from 0 and goes into infinity.
Infinity.
I mean, yeah.
It is a long way.
No, honestly, there's 10 divisions, and the youngest one is 0 to 36 months, and then, you know, there's goes up from there. The last division, and believe it or not, I have the most entries in the last division, and it's 26 and up.
Oh, really?
Yes, and I have some wonderful ladies coming in. One in particular, she's all about giving back to the community, and I'm really proud to have her in our lineup. So, but anyway, you know, and the community has stepped up, and sponsors have really been a part of. I've got ad sponsors coming out that the community has invested in this thing, you know, in supporting us. So that's been a blessing. But
Where do we register at?
Well, you can print the entry form off of our Facebook page, and everything is mailed in. There's a mailing address to my 9427 Ironwood Lane, but the entry forms are also at Rebecca Lane's, Studio 62, Around Town Frenzies has some forms, but again, you can print them on our Facebook fan page. It's Facebook Queens for the Cure.
I think we have even forms down
yes,
at the community
forms at
hospital.
I'm sorry, yes.
So you have them, I'm sure, at your office
Yes,
down
we do.
the
Have
bottom
them at our
level there
office.
at the
Yes.
Durand Center.
Yes.
And the event's actually going to be
At the
At the Durand Center,
Well, that's
yes.
good. Right
which
there
is-
across from you.
Yes, and Holly will be in the room, and we're glad to have her be there, and she'll be giving out information. One thing I would like to touch on is that the entries are coming in from all over. I mean, I've got people's Melbourne, Mountain Home,
okay.
and so our city is going to do well as far
So
as
you don't have to live in
bringing
Boone County
No,
anywhere.
sir. It's
Okay.
open. It's an
Okay.
open pageant, and I've plastered everywhere I could possibly find a little place to put it.
Right, that's good.
on the internet. So that's
Okay, and
that's
the
helped with
deadline to
that.
sign up?
Is been moved back to September the 20th.
September 20th,
Yes.
okay, all right. And let's see.
Which it doesn't say that on this form.
Yeah.
It says
just
September
now.
1 on the form.
So the
Right.
form has actually been changed as far
Right.
as the deadline.
Yes.
Entry fee?
It's $35,
Okay,
and
$35.
10 if you want to do photogenic.
Okay.
Okay. And when is it?
Yeah, let's do
September
the date.
28th.
September 28th.
Is that a Saturday?
It is a Saturday.
Saturday,
It
okay.
starts. Registration starts at 3:30.
Okay. And then-
What time does it start? What time does the pageant start?
Pageant will start at 4.
Okay.
At 4
all right,
o'clock.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say that it'd be earlier the better. since
Do you
we have
need
so many.
volunteers, sponsors?
Volunteers is great. Yeah, if anyone would like to participate, it is. I am looking for. I'm glad you brought that up because I would really like to network with a handful of women who, going forward, can be a co-op with me and work with me on this. So
Okay.
anybody out there who would like to do, community service, and it's a great cause.
Okay, what
Get a
about,
hold
we
of
got
you.
about 2 minutes left. What about prizes? You giving prizes?
Well, yes, this is the main one.
Okay.
And
would
then,
want that?
the goodie bags will all be filled with sponsors from around town. Again, Frenzies, Rebecca Lane's. And then there's gift certificates from Studio 62. And then there's some are getting jewelry. I mean, I've just...
Lots of prizes.
Yes.
Well, good.
Yes.
That's
Nice
good
stuff.
support from the community
Yes.
that they're backing the
Yes.
event. Of course, it is, as you mentioned, the third year for it, but
Yes.
that's always good.
And it will grow.
Anything else that we need to tell the viewers about it, other than, do you need any more sponsors, or you got everything you need?
I am looking for more ad sponsors.
Okay.
There are a few things left to purchase,
Okay.
and the ad sponsors will take care of that. So yes, Next Step Dance Company, who has just changed their name from Deborah Moore, is also they are a big sponsor
Okay.
in this. So
Well,
I wanted
good.
to put their name out there for sure.
Okay.
Very good.
So this is what you do. You go support the Goblins versus Valonia Friday night
There
and
you
get
go.
your pink on. And
then
then you come to
keep your pink
pageant
on and just come
go
on
to
over.
pageant on Saturday.
That's
It's
a
gonna
great
be a pink
idea.
weekend.
That's a great
Nice.
idea.
We're going to paint the town pink.
That's good. That's right. 27th is that one. I remember.
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Well, listen, we appreciate Debbie.
thank you so
Thank you
much
for
for
coming
coming
in, and of course Holly. It's always good to see Holly.
Thank you.
And
My pleasure.
it's always anything that you can do for a situation like the Cure of anything. In this case, it's a Susan G. Coleman for the Cure Foundation, and of course that is for breast cancer awareness and so forth. But
And we are a bonded and licensed.
very good. So you've got that going. Well, listen, don't forget about the date. Now, I'm going to give it to you again. September 28th. That's on a Saturday. It'll be at the Durand Center in downtown Harrison. It's Queens for the Cure. It's a beautiful event that will take place with little ones all the way up through the 26 and,
And
older.
pretty.
And pretty. And they'll all be dressed up. So go support it. It'll be great for you. It'll be good for the community, and it'll help the Susan G. Coleman Foundation. Thank you both
Thank
for
you, guys.
being in. Good
Thank
luck with
you.
the event. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Stay with us. We'll be back in a moment on Connection and talk to two gentlemen about another program that's fairly new around the community on Connection.
Harrison, Arkansas, a town where business is personal. A Health Mart town. Pharmacist Tara Wilmot owns her Health Mart pharmacy. Here, Tara offers free one-on-one prescription medication consultations, providing information to customers in a way that makes them feel comfortable, not confused. Expert knowledge, personal attention. It's what makes Tara a Health Mart pharmacist and Harrison a Health Mart town. Your town is a Health Mart town. So visit your locally owned Health Mart today. For 22 years, Harrison Parks and Rec has been making a positive impact on our local economy with the Community First Bank Sports Complex, the Brandon Burlsworth Youth Center, and the First National Bank Soccer Complex. A wide variety of sports tournaments are possible, and thanks to these quality facilities, teams, coaches, family, and fans from all around the state and region have helped boost our local economy by $2 million annually. Harrison Parks and Rec, making an impact for our kids and community.
Back on Connection here on TKO8 Television, Dennis King and Tabitha Odegaard. The second half of our show today has a gentleman in the studio that his cohort didn't show up today, but anyway, Dave Fitton, thank you so much for coming in. We'll wing it with Dave. He said, I don't know where George is. He's supposed to be in here. Dave, thank you so much.
Yes, thank
Where are you?
Exactly.
Thanks for coming in. We appreciate it very much.
Thank you.
We're going to talk. Actually, second time that Dave's been in here.
Yeah.
But we want to give some more exposure to this program.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think more people need to know about this.
Yes.
What are we talking about today?
We're here talking about Giving Back Industries, and their mission basically is to create opportunities for people that are in recovery.
Okay.
It's a real challenge for those folks to find employment. I mean, we all know employment's tough enough as it is in the economy it has, so it's especially tough for people that are in recovery. Many of those folks, unfortunately, because of the situation they've been in the past, do have records.
Yes.
And that's a flag that comes up.
Sure.
So what we're trying to do is use people that have talent, make a job available for them, and then also provide training for other people that may not have a talent but need a talent. And so, our very first little enterprise that we got started is Max Repair Shop. It's located out on Highway 65 South, right across the street from the RV park out there, just in the as you're approaching Bellefonte in that area.
Are you guys staying pretty busy out there, or
or
it's not out yet?
I'm not sure that the term busy is probably the correct one, but we have been doing quite a bit of work.
Good.
We're on a good positive trend line as far as the amount of activity that's going. We're continuing to trend upward. Probably not quite as quickly as we had hoped. And one of the issues that we've been meeting on is talking about, well, what can we do better to get the word out? And that's the reason for my second visit.
Right.
Is it because you don't have enough jobs? You don't have enough things to work on, prepare at the there? Is that what the issue is?
I mean, people's things break all the time.
Oh,
and it's really a matter of letting people know that we have a quality service at a really affordable price, and we do right now. We can really turn it around quick for you.
Well, that's good.
Yeah,
because you're just waiting for somebody to come on in.
And we've recently also talked about expanding some of our services a bit, and we can talk about that today.
Very
well.
good. In being involved indirectly, obviously, with the court system, the 14th Judicial District here for many years, we've been down there and actually do a court show of pleas and arraignments on Friday, and we have for 13, 14 years. The whole purpose initially was to expose people out in the viewing audience to some of the issues we have, particularly methamphetamine and other drug overdose use and so forth. But anyway, in seeing some of these people come through who maybe just stumble once, make a mistake, that maybe they're because of alcohol or drugs or whatever, but they get caught doing something illegal and they get a felony on their record. Well, even though they've changed and they've seen the light, it is difficult sometimes for them to get back in society and get a chance, just to give them a chance, and which not all, and there's a big percentage that really don't want the chance, but the ones that do really do need an opportunity, or they'll never be able to sustain themselves.
And we we're only wanting to assist people that want to be assisted.
Sure.
Well, sure.
And a person that's in recovery and is working the program and
Yes.
to stay in recovery, those are the people that we've identified as potential people that could take advantage of a program like this.
I just thought, let me ask one question. I just thought of something. They have the 14th district. In fact, Judge Webb heads up the program for this district. It's called Drug Court. You're familiar with Drug Court. And actually, it looks to me like some of the success stories from Drug Court, they would have the same issues that you're having. In fact, they would be good candidates, and maybe are.
They are.
For your program, because they went through Drug Court. They didn't have to go to prison. They had to be on. It's almost like a boot camp situation, only you don't go to a camp. But it's a very strenuous program over quite a period of time. But if they go through it, then what the court does is they put them on probation, kind of a secondary probation program, and they get another chance without having to serve any prison time. Now they still have the felony, in many cases, felony charge on their record. Sometimes it's taken off depending on their situation. But obviously those people are the kind of people you're looking for that put some initiative out.
And the other thing that we find about people that revert back to their previous behavior is that one of the big factors is that they don't have a job.
Sure.
And the only way that they can figure out maybe to make some money is to start dealing again.
Right.
Sure.
The illegal
Because
way.
they know how to do that. That's a skill that they possess. And so if you can get them back into the employment and be employed and be a member of society and also feel like that they are, they've got a little bit of self-esteem because they do have a job, then their chances of staying in recovery are much, much greater.
Sure. I mean, it's hard enough as it is for us to get a job, but for them, obviously, we've already talked about that. It would be so much more. But just
and somebody, this means that somebody really cares for them and is giving them a chance.
Sure.
But I mean, they have to take the initiative to do it.
Right.
Obviously, it's not a giveaway thing.
I know what I was going to say. I was going to say they probably do. I mean, they probably do want to get better. They just don't have any hope. They don't know that they can because they get out and it's just, where do I go from here? My life is ruined, and it's just the depths of despair, and there is no hope for them. And this is hope for them.
They don't have any money to go to school, and many of the folks that we're dealing with, their skill levels are very minimal at best.
Sure.
And so what we're hoping to do is create situations where we can bring a person in and provide them with training and a mentoring process with someone that does have skills so that they can become productive in our little shop, but also hopefully to where they can actually go on, and hopefully even find a better job than what they've got there down the road, and then open up a position for someone else that can go through that process as well. So we're kind of taking baby steps right now with a small enterprise, but I know Scott Swanson, who's got all this started, he's got some really big ideas about the future, and we could do this business and that business. But for right now, we really need to focus on the business we got started and make sure that it's successful. So.
Absolutely. And basically, if you just got the word out, I think people would be, if my car needs work on,
Well,
if it's less expensive, and
we've had
to help you guys out.
We've had several people that brought an item in sort of to test the waters, and then they've been back. That same person's been back 4 or 5 times with everything that's broken that they've kind of been sitting around. That they said, well, maybe someday I'll get it fixed, but they found out that it got fixed correctly, it got fixed quickly, and the price was right. And for that reason, we've had a tremendous amount of repeat business, but our penetration into the market has been very shallow so far, and we need to get more and more people like you two folks that may have something around.
Exactly, and everybody has something, a small engine or a car that needs to be worked on.
And that's we could mention that because the fellow that we've got is just he's a mechanical genius. He can do anything. He can do body work. He can do any kind of engine repair, transmissions, all that kind of stuff. And when we started, we said, well, we think we can probably get enough business just out of small engine repair, and what we really want to do is provide a training environment at the same time and not make it too big, but we've recently decided and have taken on several automobile projects. And like I said, there's probably nothing too big that we can't do there, as long as we don't get into diesel, as long as we stay with gasoline
Where are you guys
engines.
located at again?
Yeah, we're out on about 3 miles outside of town on Highway 65 South, and it's directly across from the RV park.
Okay.
Okay, I know where
it's
you're
down
at.
there.
It's
But
called Mike's.
there's a big, there's a stockyards right up
Yeah,
on the hill.
if you know where the stockyards are and you make that left-hand turn,
That's right.
you're going to be right there and see it. It's kind of down. Now there is a sign that sticks up high so that it says Max Repair Shop.
Okay.
You know that you can identify it, but it is kind of hidden a little bit by
Kind of
that,
off the
that
hill there a
bank
little bit.
that sits
Yeah.
there. But
Gotcha.
it's if you see the stockyards, you just turn
Can't
left.
miss
right.
it. Turn right in there.
Exactly.
Very good.
So-
Well, Dave, let me ask you something. I mean, obviously the program is new, just getting off the ground. How could other businesses or individuals maybe help? Could they help with the
Oh,
program?
absolutely. I mean, there are businesses around that have these needs just like anybody else. I mean, you know, we've actually gone and talked to the city, and at some stage we're hoping that maybe we can get a little spin-off work on some of the vehicles that the city has.
Right.
But there are other, people, other businesses in town that use vehicles.
Right.
So obviously, those folks, if they would keep us in mind and give us a shot, they could help us out just by giving us some business.
Well, what about another venture? I mean, what if a business out there, small business, motorcycle shop, or I don't know, I'm just throwing out an example, and they said, well, you know, maybe I could use one of these individuals, or I'd try one of these recovering individuals and give them a chance. Would that help your program?
It would down the road. Right now, Dennis, we need to focus on having enough trained people to provide them, because right now,
Okay.
we're at the point where we've got one person in training that is at the stage where he could be employable by someone else,
Okay.
but we probably need to wait until we get a little bit
Okay.
more volume and another position opens up so that we can bring another person in training
Gotcha.
before we start encouraging
Gotcha.
the people that we've got.
Well,
So
before
we're a
we
small
run-
shop right now. We need to grow a little bit before we do that. But you're absolutely right on target.
Yeah, very good.
They could get involved in that way.
Yeah, before we run out of time, Dave, is there anything else that we need to get across to the public about this program other than try them out?
I think it's important for people to understand that by supporting an effort like this, they're actually supporting a bigger cause in terms of the community. The people that we're trying to help cost us taxpayers a lot of money
They do.
in many different ways, whether it's through the healthcare system, through the legal system, all these things that they cost us a lot of money. So if we can help this, we should over time be able to relieve that burden a bit anyway.
Right.
So
Good
it's
point.
a worthy cause.
Very good. Well, we really appreciate you coming in, Dave, and talking to us about this program. It's Giving Back Industries. If you haven't heard of it, Dave's always open to explain it better than anyone. George Holcomb and is doing a lot of the marketing for them. Or give us a call here at the station, and we'll get you in contact with these individuals. But it's a program that it is trying to help individuals that have made a mistake, maybe stumbled, maybe fell, but they're trying to get back on their feet, and they need a little help. And this is a good program to help them.
Yes, it is.
You might just let people know the phone number,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
That'd be
What,
great.
I don't see if I have it here.
I think it was it on there.
I
somewhere?
don't have it.
Don't know if I have a phone. Hold on just a second. I may have it right here.
Well, maybe we didn't. Maybe I
Maybe
There's
forgot it.
a phone number right there. No, that's not.
No. Okay. Well, I tell you, if you have any questions about the program, just call us here at the station.
Call us.
And we'll get a hold of Dave and or George and any other individuals. Thank you so much, Dave.
Thank you.
Good luck with the program, and hope it continues to
Thank
grow
you.
as we go
Yes,
forward.
I understand.
Thanks for joining us on The Connection. We'll see you again next time.